Let's start with HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, but all you need to know is that HTML files are what define the content of every website that you see. All of the text, images, videos, and any other elements are first defined in HTML. Now, let's take a look at a simple HTML web page. As you can see, this web page looks incredibly barren, with only text content being displayed and nothing else. This is what the HTML does, defining the content. Now, let's take a look at the HTML code behind this web page. This might seem overwhelming at first glance, but we can separate an HTML file into two parts. The boilerplate code, which we can ignore for now since VS Code will be writing it out for you, and the body, which we will focus on as that is where the web page is actually defined. Now it might seem a bit clearer where the web page's content is defined and by which line of code. For example, the title of My Favorite Foods is written here and surrounded by these things called tags. But what are tags? Tags is what you use to define the type of element you are putting in on your website. Let's take a deeper look at an H1 tag. This is what a tag might look like in your own HTML file. It's made up of three main parts: the head, which often contains the attributes, which we'll discuss later, the content, and the tail. Together, this makes up a complete tag, and in this case, a tag that shows Hello World in large heading text. Now, there are so many different types of tags. Just for heading text, there exists 6 different tags, and if we move out of simply headings, there are even more unique tags. Let's take a look at the more common ones that you will be using throughout this bootcamp and their hackathon. The paragraph tag is for blocks of text. The unordered list and list item tags are for creating lists and adding entries into a list. The div tag is for grouping other elements together with boxes. The A tag is for links. Now, A tags are a bit different from other tags as it requires an attribute to describe which website to link to. And similarly, an image tag, which also describes an attribute to describe what image to show. Also notice that an image tag does not have any tail tags. So now that we've explored HTML together, it's your turn to create your own HTML website.